So I didn't really go over the actual sculpting process because I wanted you to learn that yourself. Unlike modeling, sculpting is an art form and it takes lots of trial and error to get good at. But I can at least give you a small introduction so you can get a head start on learning the process. With sculpting, all you're doing is manipulating the shape of stuff, so before you start, you should save your model so you have a version to go back to if you mess up. To start off, you can switch between shading types to get a better view of what you're doing. From object mode, click on your mesh to select it, then right click and select Shade Flat. That will give you a better view of your actual contours. To switch back, just select it again and right click, then choose Shade Smooth instead. You can also change your undo steps in Blender by going to Edit, Preferences, then down to the System tab, and you can increase it to a better number. From here, just pick a spot on your model that you want to shape, and then use some of the tools to see how you can change it. There are a lot of tools and features on the left, and different ways to adjust them on the right. So you have plenty of options to work with, like size, strength, auto smooth, and whatever else. I also found out that it changes the size by zooming in and out, so be aware of that while you're working. Don't forget that if you want it to mirror the sculpt, you have to enable it. If you want to only work on a certain area, you can go to Edit mode and select those faces or points you want to work on. To change the selection type, go to the top left, and these three small icons show you what you'll be selecting. Points, lines, faces, whatever. You also have the X-ray option if you want to select the faces that are hidden behind others. You'll have to use the edit mode tools when doing this because it does not transfer over to sculpt mode. If you want to add more sculpting points, you can use the subdivide feature by right-clicking. But remember that having too many faces makes your model laggy for others, and it can be blocked by the game engine. VRChat currently has the max around 70,000. You can see your face count in the bottom right. If you want to add a separate mesh piece to sculpt, from the Object menu you can go to Add, Mesh, and choose the basic shape to start with. Most things will be some form of round, so using a sphere is a good start. Then just resize it and move it where you want, then select it and start sculpting. This is how I made my ears. On the opposite end, if you want to delete parts of your mesh, you just highlight those sections and hit delete. It gives you the option of choosing what you want deleted. The other thing to help you out when sculpting is the smooth function. You can make your mesh shaped as ugly as you want. As long as it's the general shape you need, then hit the smooth tool and smooth it out. Or select the mesh in edit mode, then go to Vertex and Smooth Vertices, and you can fine tune the smoothing. Utilize smoothing because you can turn a C art project into an A with a few clicks. You can also delete or merge points that are close together to aid in making your model look better and fix shading issues. This is done either manually or you can go to the Mesh menu, and under the Cleanup option, you have Delete Loose and Merge by Distance. You can also use the Decimate to reduce your mesh complexity for better VRChat optimization. That's about it for getting started with sculpting, so once you are satisfied with your model, then go ahead to texturing it in part 3.